This week we show you scenic Gatlinburg, Sam the Cooking Guy Fajitas, a black bear with her cubs, campsite wildlife, and my song Get Good and Gone. Welcome to our van trekking lifestyle.
She's holding my hand.
Is it good, Maggie? Maggie got some bacon from the restaurant, and I think she likes it.
We feel like we always have to bring her a little something back.
She ate the eggs first today, though.
I know.
Well, Mag.
Punch in at 7, I punch out at 4. Rush to my other job so I can work some more. 5 days a week, work my fingers to the bone. Friday's finally here, it's time to get good and gone. Get good and gone.
Did you not get enough breakfast?
We shouldn't have gotten those that corned beef hash.
Does that upset your belly? Got to get that taste out of
Partially.
your mouth.
All these curves is helping with it a little.
Oh yeah, it is pretty curvy.
This will help though. Nothing like vanilla wafers.
So baby, pack the cooler, get a bag full of clothes. Call up your mama, in case she needs to know. Drive it like we stole it when you hang up the phone. Friday's finally here, it's time to get good and gone, yeah. We're gonna get good and gone. Put the pedal to the metal, just hear that engine moan. Sunday night we'll be rolling on home, so baby, get good and gone. Get good and gone.
Nature trail. Guess we'll have to do that. Stop and pay here.
We made it to Elk Mont Campground here near Gatlinburg this time, and wow, it gets more and more crowded on the Parkway as you're heading across, but when you get into this campground, just look around us here. Beautiful place, and we did a very, very unique and thoughtful way of leveling the van this time. It's a pretty extreme hill from there down to where I am. In fact, we were 5 degrees off, but they had this cement stop here, and I thought that's perfect as far as how high I need to be. So we put it in 4-wheel drive and backed up on top of that cement stop there, and boom, Bob's your uncle. We're completely level. What you doing, Mag? You like the hammock?
Ready to take a nap? Mama's belly's all.
So what do you think of Elkmont?
I like it so far.
Pretty quiet here, isn't
It
it?
is really quiet.
Don't make a reservation, we'll just play it by ear. Find a good spot and we'll just hold you near. We're gone. Oh, baby, we're gone. Tell the Lord, yeah, we're gone.
Shirt,
We're
maybe.
gone. Get good and gone. Oh, yeah, we're gone.
Hey, get some sugar.
Just get good and gone.
Yeah, you taste awesome.
Somebody's got to give him a bath, Mama. Yes, it's my job. It shucks. Shooshy, booshy. When's the last time he took a springtime shower? So tonight on the griddle, we're going to cook Sam the Cooking Guy chicken fajitas. What you're going to need to make this: 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken thighs, or chicken breast if you don't care about eating dry chicken. Neutral oil, we're using avocado oil. 1 teaspoon of cumin, garlic powder, and kosher salt, and then a ½ teaspoon of black pepper and chili powder. You'll need the juice of 1 lime, a poblano pepper, red pepper, yellow onion, some cilantro, and some flour tortillas. And some tortillas. Tortillas. And some flour. Then you also need some flour tortillas. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Okay. But before you do anything, the chicken has to marinate in a solution. But before you cook this, you need to prepare it about an hour ahead of time. Cut the chicken up, and it needs to marinate in the marinade sauce that we're going to put together, and leave it in the refrigerator for about an hour, which should be about a perfect amount of time to take Magdalene for a walk around the campground. So let's get to marinating. I'll have to.
Oh man. Keep telling Owen not to touch raw meat or to touch anything else that we have so he doesn't contaminate anything.
I don't know how you get that chicken out of there. I was cutting it with my big old knife, and so that's it. All right. So I'm all
up.
Yeah, I'm ready to do an operation now. Okay. Next, we're going to take some avocado oil. You're really just coating this, so that's probably enough. Garlic powder, about that much. Ground up cumin. Didn't know it looked like that. About that much. Red chili powder. Put a lot of that in there because we like ours spicy. Some black pepper and some salt. And that's too much salt. Lord of mercy, that's way too much salt. This Himalayan pink salt is really salty. So you don't want to use as much as it says you need. All right. Now the juice of one lime, which I'm going to have to guesstimate because we brought this lime juice from concentrate. I don't know what continent concentrate is on. Must be somewhere close to Jamaica. All right, that should be enough. Okay. Now, fold up the bag, get out as much air as you can. Give the chicken a back massage. Just rubbing boobies at this point.
All right, stick it in the refrigerator. Can you find a spot? Oh, there it is.
There it is. Same national park, different campground. We love our site back behind me here. Love it. So, we're going to take Maggie for her Let's Go Explore walk. I'm not sure she even knows we even switched campgrounds. We'll see.
Just like the Smoky Campground, part of this campground is also closed. The biggest part of it's also closed. So it's a great place to take Maggie for her walk.
And since this part of the campground over here is behind a gate, no cars can get over here, well, we're letting Maggie get off the leash and just roam around and enjoy some free time. Not a soul is in sight. It's a perfect thing to be able to do for our afternoon walk. We'll try to tell you about this campground a little bit later, but suffice it to say, it's huge. And I guess the reason they put so much money into making it huge is it's really, really close to Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, and it's in the middle of nowhere. Great things for us.
It goes round and round in circles, but I'm still on the ground.
Isn't it amazing that it's past the peak of leaf watching, but it's still beautiful? We did notice today when we were coming across the ridge that there's a lot of gray out there. So there are a lot of places in the much higher elevations that the leaves are completely gone and it's just gray trees waiting on spring. But here we're seeing lots of color still. And the temperature today, 72. 72. Almost Thanksgiving, 72.
I got the curtains up. I guess it would be nice if you could interrupt. It's a day like this
So let's continue the Sam the Cooking Guy chicken fajitas. The chicken's been marinating for about an hour now. My Lynn chef.
Is it the sous chef?
Sous chef.
It's getting real dark in here. Feels like I've been here 1,000 years. Could you bring some light to me? Or just sit beside me and never leave?
One last thing, we're going to hit this with a few splashes of lime juice while it's on here good and warm. Get that incorporated. All right. You ready to eat? So I'm going to roll this up, fold in the sides. Put the little sour cream on the end because that'll glue it all together. Those of you who've been watching me do this for a long time know that, by golly, that's pretty good compared to how I used to do these burrito things. Here's what she looks like.
Lots of good chicken.
Guys, I'm telling you, this is delicious. Man. I don't know how people can concentrate dance, but I bet they dance like this because that concentrate on there at the very end of that lime juice, man, that just put it together. This is a great meal. I give Sam the Cooking Guy credit for it because he's such an inspiration to what we do. This is a perfect meal to make out here in the middle of a national park. And if you make it, send us a picture, or better yet, send us a video of you doing your happy dance.
Hey, Orton Lynn, sun's coming up. Got cakes on the griddle at Tomoka State Park. Woo! Woo!
All right, Maggie, you ready for a bite? You ready for your bite? Can you do a happy dance? Happy dance. All right. Somebody's spoiled. Somebody's spoiled.
She deserved every bit of it.
Life just doesn't get much better than this. It's getting cold now that the sun's gone down, and it's going to get down probably into the 30s again tonight. We'll sleep like babies in the van, and we'll call this a night. We appreciate you being with us so far. Tomorrow we'll go exploring. No telling what we'll get into. Lynn's going to want to go for a hike. I may want to ride into Pigeon Forge and get some apple pies, so I'm not sure which one of us is going to win. Probably Lynn. Sweet dreams.
So here's one of the sites that's right on the river. It's a tent site. We could still park here, I do believe, in the van. But boy, what a view this site had.
Be careful. Out you go.
Yes, it's handicapped. Wiggle.
Happy tails are here again.
I'd much rather see her have a happy tail than me, so
I don't know. I like your happy tail. Do you happy tail? We made it back to the campsite.
So we told you we would share with you the different ways that we use our air fryer in the van. I'm going to heat up the chicken fajitas that we had last night and make us a little lunch. Cut up the chicken pieces just a little bit smaller. Cheese on one side and sour cream on the other, and put the chicken on top of the cheese and the cilantro. And then just set the tortilla back in the air fryer. I'll heat it up for about a minute and then flip it over and let it heat up on the other side for about a minute. Okay, we're going to take these out and see what Owen thinks about it. What do you think of that?
They're perfect. It's crunchy, it's hot, and man, wow, the air fryer has been a great thing that we've added.
I agree.
I'm sitting out here editing a video.
Yep. Got his iPad on his
Eating
lap.
a gourmet lunch here.
I don't know
That's
about
just
gourmet,
awesome.
but
It's awesome, sweetie. Thank you. Since getting the solo stove, we've had a fire many more nights than we have not. It's just so easy to light, and it's just such an easy thing to get out and to clean up. So yeah, that's a #1 reason for us. Besides the fact that it's really warm and it's pretty easy to cook over it. Like tonight, we're gonna cook beanie weenies. Pretty simple meal, but even better over a fire, especially when that fire is easy to build. Not every meal has to be a gourmet meal. Beanie weenies over the fire, man. There's nothing better than that. Yeah, that's enough butter now. Beanie weenies with baked beans. For you.
they're steaming. Ooh, well,
Too hot? Ready to come off?
yeah.
Yeah. I think Mother Nature's blowing all the leaves off today.
Yeah.
Today we're doing something we've never done as much as we've been here, and it's the Roaring Fork Mother Nature Trail.
Full stop. Can't believe I live in your thoughts. I think about you all the time, morning, evening, and midnight. Such a wonderful delight.
I didn't really think the foliage would be this pretty this late in the year, but it's been absolutely gorgeous and we have loved it. You can definitely tell it, you know, a lot of the leaves have fallen, but there's still a lot of beauty out there. There's lots of pull-offs that you can actually pull off and actually see a lot of really pretty views too. And there's also on this road a lot of trails that you can stop and go on.
I told Lynn that I'm watching the road and she's watching the leaves.
Yeah.
Like my grandfather would have said that if you've seen one leaf, you've usually seen the others. He said the same thing about leaves too.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say that I love you.
Some people watch us because they're trying to get ideas of places to go, and some are dreaming about when they actually get to retire and do what we're doing, and getting inspiration from us. And then there's a group of folks who watch us who, well, they kind of live vicariously through us as we travel. And we're very appreciative of all the groups of folks who watch us. But this is one thing that we've done, and maybe the only thing that we've done that we can remember, that no matter which of those groups you're in, if you're in the area, this is like a 4 or 5 dimensional kind of amusement park ride that you can drive your own car through, and you're just immersed in this beauty, in this really, really narrow but beautiful road. If you're around Gatlinburg and like us, you've never done this, you got to put this on your bucket list.
So slow, hold you in my arms, won't let go. The world around could pass us by, a thunderstorm, a lightning strike, as we hold each other tight. You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say that I love you.
So it may seem strange that I'm out walking Maggie by myself, but Lynn's inside taking a shower. One of the things we've learned as we've moved from National Park campground to campground without going to any state parks or anything to reprovision or build up electricity or anything, is that we need to conserve both water, the batteries, and the space. So if Maggie and I can get out of the camper while she's taking a shower, it gives her more room to be comfortable and get everything out and to do what she needs to do. And then I don't need as much room. I'll just hop in and I'll hop back out, and that's pretty much it for me. So how have we done? Well, water is the biggest thing that we've had to watch this time. You know, we're pretty good at managing the batteries. We can make it 2 days in cold weather without even starting the van, but we usually at least ride out to go for a hike, and that'll recharge the batteries enough to make it through another night or two. But very few places we've been, because it's wintertime now here, have had fresh water. So we've had to really, really watch how we use fresh water. Showers are the biggest culprit for eating up that fresh water, so we take them sparingly. It doesn't mean that we're nasty and dirty. Well, we may be more than we are when we're at home, but we take showers maybe every 3 days, and the other nights we just kind of wipe off with these adult wipes and get as clean as we can. Otherwise, we'd have to stay in a private campground that had water and hookups, and we'd prefer to, if we're going to make a compromise, we're going to compromise to stay out in the middle of nowhere like this, as opposed to one of those campgrounds where it's just a parking lot. Now, you may like that. There are things to love about being there, like today when we leave, and the video you watch next week, we'll be in Pigeon Forge at Jellystone. But if Lynn and I have a choice, that's not where we're going to stay. The reason we're staying there, and you'll learn next week, is that our grandchildren are there. And nothing beats the way your grandchildren look at you, especially when you go with them to Dollywood. So that's what we're going to do. But we'll quickly leave there and head back out into the woods again. We've learned that this is what we love. Now, as you travel, you may learn that you love lots of other things. It's whatever makes you happy. And you'll learn to be proficient at the way that you do it, just like we have. I think it's time for me to head back over to the van, hop in the shower, and then we're going to head somewhere else. Probably Dollywood. Until next week, Lynn and I thank you for being part of our family here. We thank you for being part of our journey. And if we survive it, we'll see you next week. What will cause quite a blooper, I'm really taking a chance running the video camera here as we enter the van, because well, there's my sign. Lynn's finished, or the window wouldn't be open. Hey, beautiful.
Hey, sweetheart. We're getting ready.
Okay,
Show me on video.
putting the dog on.
All right, we're gonna roll out of here.